Hey guys, and welcome to Nintenduary, a month where we review a different Nintendo 64 game every day for the entire month. Today we are looking at GoldenEye, a James Bond game that is based off of the GoldenEye movie that came out a few years before. Let's take a look at this one. I'll be honest, I love the James Bond series, and I think I can mostly point my love for this series and my love for the whole secret agent genre to this one game. My older brother brought this game home for my other brother and I to play, and I'll be honest, as a 6-year-old, I was way too young to play this game. Good thing my parents never found out. But GoldenEye came out 2 years after the movie, and fortunately, it didn't stop this game from being hugely successful. This game essentially takes the plot from GoldenEye and translates it into a single-player narrative. Sure, there isn't voice acting or very long cutscenes, but there's enough text premise here for a James Bond fan to enjoy it, or someone who is fresh to the franchise to kinda get into it. The game may have some stupid AIs at the time, but I have to say, what really makes this game is the variety of the weapon selection and the variety in its levels. Honestly, no two levels look the same, unless they're supposed to be because you're returning to an old area, and it's all based off of locations that Bond actually went to in the movies, so in a way you can kind of feel like you're in the movie, which was something new for the time where it actually looked like the movie. It's not like E.T. for the Atari in any way. They took the opening 5 minutes of the James Bond movie and managed to transform them into 3 unique levels that each took 5 to 10 minutes. And there was never really a moment of staleness, and I appreciated how they did that. They took locations and scenes from the movie, split them up, and fleshed them out into a full level, and it actually made it feel like you were diving in further into the movie, and it's kind of a cool thing here. It's like a behind the scenes or a deleted scene that you only get to experience in the game. And fortunately for me, I had the pleasure of playing this game before I actually was even allowed to see the movie, and when I saw the movie, I was in awe. To me, it was like watching a perfect adaptation of a video game to a movie, which is funny because it's really the other way around. Even now, I can't watch GoldenEye the movie without thinking about certain levels from the game that are kind of appearing in the movie. Oh look, there's the train level. Oh look, that's Natalia. It's actually a pretty unique experience. Sure, the graphics aren't the greatest on the console, having seen better FPSs on the N64, but I mean, it works well here. Nothing seems too jarring. I used to call the AK-47 the pencil gun because, I mean, it looks like a pencil, what can I say? I really wish there was voice acting, but the work Rare put into developing a good-looking adaptation is really appreciated here. The music is fantastic too, and when you hear that classic Bond music, you can't help but to smile, but even the music that isn't based off of the Bond soundtrack is pretty good. It's exciting, it's sneaky, it's kind of everything you'd want from a soundtrack in this game. Multiplayer was a huge part of this game's success too, and I remember playing this game with 2 of my brothers. Honestly, it wasn't the most balanced multiplayer considering it's a scramble to get guns, screen peeking was an issue, and Oddjob was unfair, but I think that what made the game so interesting and hilariously fun is there's probably a set of house rules that was different for every group of players that have played this game. And that's cool. I mean, outside of Mario Kart, there weren't a whole lot of go-to multiplayer games, and GoldenEye kind of opened up access to an older audience too, so it's kind of cool to see where it sits in history in its own way. But this style of arena multiplayer FPS on consoles hadn't been done before, and I think it really paved the way for games like Halo to become a huge hit just a few years later. The controls take some getting used to now, as there's only one joystick on the N64 controller, but with some practice it can be pretty fun to walk down memory lane, even today. If you didn't play GoldenEye years ago, you might have a harder time getting used to the ambiguous mission objectives, the old controls, and I would recommend you maybe play Perfect Dark first, but we'll save that for a different video. But if you have a nostalgic itch, pick this one up for a good long weekend. But that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below, and if you're new here, subscribe. Be sure to check back every day. We're uploading a new Nintendo 64 review every single day. Tomorrow, I'll be back here, but we're looking at Diddy Kong Racing, so it's going to be great. Make sure you guys come back. I'll appreciate it. But I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Bye, guys.